What's going down, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, if you're wondering, is this Axe Fearless? Yes, it is. I don't know where you've been. Maybe you've been in a rock somewhere. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes. Welcome to Axe Fearless, where we talk about our dreams, goals, aspirations, problems, and all that good stuff. Daniel still has a new book out called A Woman in the Woods. No, it's called Dean Steele. Sorry about that. It was not Daniel Steele. Miss Renita, hello, thank you. Look at that. Boy, Miss Renita is a trooper. Hey, what's up, Jerry Bear? Miss Renita is a trooper. A trooper. What? Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Miss Renita is a trooper with it. How's it going, Chris? Hey, Miss Anya, how you doing, dear? Man, Miss Renita be at work and still showing up. Man, and you know what's so funny is that's what we're gonna talk about tonight. That's what tonight's episode is about, actually. Is literally just that. That's what we're talking about tonight, actually. Right, how to keep showing up. Excuse me, how to keep going even when you want to stop. I was gonna call it how to keep showing up. But how to keep going even when you want to stop. Okay? Because here's the thing, I don't know if a lot of y'all understand what it actually takes to jump on here every single night from 8:30 until 10 o'clock at night. An hour and a half. And here's the thing. It's live. So if I mess up, it's live. Yeah, hey, what's going on, Rebecca? Everything I do is live. And we still keep going. We've messed up several times, trial and error. That's what that's about. You okay, buddy? You see what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm just saying. Every single day, 7 days a week. Not three, not four, not five, not six, 7. For an hour and a half every single night. And for the most part, we talk about something different every single night. The core is still the same. Hey, what's up, Melissa? The core is still the same, but everything else changes. I mean, it's something to do this every single night. So, how to keep going even when you want to stop? I've wanted to stop several times. I couldn't. Well, I guess I could. I just didn't like the consequence. I could have stopped. I just didn't like my choices. Right? I did not like my choices. So with that, I was going to keep going no matter what. Right? But before we get started, how has your day been? How's everything going? Miss Anya, I already know with you because I was with you most of the day. Christopher, what's going on? Miss Renita, how's work going? Rebecca, Jerbear, Melissa, I've talked to you most of the day today, so I think that I already know how your day went. But how has you guys' day been? Anything exciting happening? Oh, Chris, actually, Chris actually pointed out to me, ladies and gentlemen, that technically our 100 episode is not Saturday, it's actually on the 29th, which is a Sunday. Because we're at 97 now, tomorrow will be 98, 99, and 100 will technically be on Sunday, not Saturday. Were you guys aware of that? Because I know I wouldn't. Day 100 will actually be on the 29th. Okay, so Renita said, so are we planning on meeting during the day? You know what? I didn't even think about that. Renita, here's the thing. You technically live the furthest, so what makes sense for you? I mean, I'm still doing my thing at in the evening. I mean, obviously, or whatever, but what works for you? How about we ask that? Because I mean, everybody else for the most part lives around here, or whatever. You live, an hour away. So what would work for you? Um. Okay. So while she's answering me, is everybody's good then, right? All right, perfect. Because we're just gonna kind of jump on in and get things started if you guys are okay with that. She said, yes, sir. I noticed a few days ago. Yeah, I kept thinking it was on the 28th. Who knew? Obviously, you guys did before I did. Obviously, you guys knew before me. All right. So anyway, okay. So let's get it. Let's get our. I don't want to say get it out of the way because I don't think it's a thing we should be getting out of the way in general. But as you guys can see, I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me show y'all. I actually changed out. I actually changed out. Hold on, can I do slideshow? I actually changed out the our picture. Okay, no, I got you. I got you. I got you. Um, yeah. Let me see what we can do. But either way, go ahead, get your clap on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Get your clap on for us. You're clapping not only for this being day 97, number one. So that means we made it 97 days. We got three more. We got three more. But thank you guys so much, and I, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate the hell out of you. I changed this up because we're almost we're on the final lap, right? As Nipsey Hussle once said, man, this is our victory lap. Well, technically, I don't know about that, but um, Day 97 of 100. Thank you, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It has been surreal. It has been. Um, and again, that's the reason why I'm kind of tapering down some of what we're talking about right now, especially like I said, today is um how to keep showing up even when you want to stop. Uh, I assure y'all, doing this every single night, I am exhausted. I don't know if. Thank you, Christopher. Look at that, y'all. I love the enthusiasm, sir. I love the attitude, sir. I love the attitude, sir. Thank you. I'll let you know, Miss Anya. Um, but yeah, no, I very much appreciate you guys, and also you clapping for yourselves too, or whatever. Because when you clap for you, you give people permission to clap for you, and sometimes it's just good to clap for yourself. And I'm just throwing it out there. Um, but yeah, though, man, we are in our final lap of our stuff, man. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm all over the place right now, man. I'm all over the place. Sad, excited, nervous, anxious, frustrated. You know, I'm kind of everywhere right now. All right, so before we get started, how you guys been doing with keeping your word? It has been over a month now, that we've been doing this. So I'm really asking, man, how have you guys been doing with this? Is it something that you think that you can keep up to? Is keeping your word something that you believe that you can keep up? My name is Fearless Cummings. Thank you guys so much for coming to Ask Fearless. Yes, that is my real name. Yes, that is on my birth certificate and social security card and every other government document you can think of, as well as my uh, passport or whatever. Hey, what's up, Yadi? Um, Here we talk about our dreams, goals, aspirations, and problems if we have them. And my job as your coach and uh, host is to give you guys some easily practical tools, tips, and strategies to deal with those dreams, goals, aspirations, and problems if they arise. Okay. Here's the other thing. I'm only here to help. Okay. That's it. Just here to help. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on, please. I gotta do my. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, is that going? Let me see. Let me see. Is it going? Yeah, it's going. I can hear the thunder. Yes. You are now entering the learning zone, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you are. All right, let's oh, hold on. So Miss Renita said, I've been keeping my word, but I did slip up a little bit and started something new. I did slip up a little bit and started something new. Okay, did you slip up because you started something new? Did you slip up because you started something new? Or did you start something new so you didn't keep your word? I mean, you want to give me an example? Because here's the thing, I want to make sure I understand what it was, Renita, because it may not be that you didn't keep your word. It may not be that at all. Because if you're doing something different, then there's nothing wrong with that. If you got to pivot, then you got to pivot. That is what that is. Okay, so let me ask you, Miss Renita, Were you being realistic with that? Was it that I'm not going to start nothing new until I finish this project, or I'm just not going to start nothing new, period? Because I'm just trying to diagnose. I'm trying to diagnose or whether or not you kept your word or not. I'm not trying to make excuses or justifications for you. I'm just trying to understand where you are so I can kind of help guide you back in there. That's all. Because if I come in here and I say I'm going to do this for 100 days and then the internet goes out or something like that, then I can't do it for 100 days, or I'm going to have to figure something else out. You see what I mean? So it's not that I didn't keep my word because I didn't want to. It could be I didn't keep my word because I couldn't. Right. But again, that's why we have to understand what, like what she didn't keep her word with. But okay, so I'll wait for her to answer. How you guys doing, Christopher? Yes, ma'am. I got the mixer. I still got to figure out how to work it though, Miss Anya. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. I still got to figure out how to work it though. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, since we are in the learning zone, everything that we do is about a teaching moment. I teach, train, and sell perspective. That is what I do at the end of the day, or whatever. Right now, I'm not selling shit, but as soon as we're done here, you bet your tail that's what we're selling. But anywho, so please grab yourself a pen pad or whatever you need to focus. Your snacks, drinks, blankets. I said blankets. Snuggie charger, reading glasses. All right, and we got some stuff from Miss Renita. Usually I give up one project and go to another. So I told myself I wouldn't give up on my current projects and I wouldn't start something new to stay focused. Okay. Um okay, so so are you giving up completely with that project, or do you just need to take a break right quick for a little bit and then come back to it? Because that again, we got to be. Here's the thing, Renita. We have to be practical as well, and that also means that yes, you're going to fuck up. Remember, that's okay to do that, but we also need to understand why we're doing that too. And sometimes we may need to adjust where that's coming from. You see what I'm saying? So then, no, you did. Then you kept your word, dear. Then you kept your word. Now I'll explain to you why. Do you guys remember that story that I told you about? Hold on, hold on. I can tell you, or I can show you. Give me a second. Uh, okay. I want to show you something right quick. Here, let me make this bigger for you. I want you to see this. So I typed in how long did it take Leonardo to paint the Last Supper, right? It says Leonardo da Vinci worked on the Last Supper from approximately 1495 to 1498, taking roughly 3 years to complete the mural. Okay. Now, here's the thing. However, it's important to note that he did not work on it continuously throughout that period. Okay. He didn't work on it throughout that whole period. Okay, so watch this. Watch this. Here we go. Look at this one, Miss Renita. Tell me that you're watching this. Give me a hell yeah that you're reading this with me. Give me a hell yeah. Leonardo da Vinci worked on the Mona Lisa intermittently for approximately 16 years. 16 years. From 1503 to 1519. You see what I'm saying? The painting was never fully completed to his satisfaction. It remained in his studio until his passing. Until his passing. You see what I'm saying? So even when we got it 16 years later, he still wasn't done with the motherfucker. So here's the thing, dear. And again, I tell you guys all the time. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna make excuses for you, but I also need to understand why you put certain things off and why you stop doing certain things. Because again, like I always tell you guys, you're gonna mess up and that's okay. But sometimes it's not that you're messing up, it's that you have to break from this, go do something else, and then come back to it. See what I'm saying? Your mind needs a freaking break. You gotta give yourself some time. Okay? And that goes for all of you guys. It's okay. Listen, when I tell you that not to break your word, this and the other, sometimes shit's gonna happen. You're going to fuck up. It's okay. But sometimes it's not that you didn't keep your word. It's not that you didn't keep it. So Renita, with you, honey, in order for you to complete whatever project you're working on, you need to stop. Go do something else and then come back. So for you, that's not realistic to say that I'm just going to work on this one project until it is completed and then I move to the next. Because sometimes you get that burst of, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Rebecca, what word am I looking for? You get that aha moment. You get that eureka moment when you're off doing something else. Your brain needs a break. I've seen a lot of stuff that you've created, and sometimes you can sit down and just knock it out in at one setting or one project. But there's certain things, though, Renita, you need a break. Your mind has to break. You're a creative person in general. Inspiration. There you go. Thank you. You need a bit of inspiration somewhere else. You need to add that inspiration doing something else. That's how your shit works. And again, keeping your word is also understanding who and what you are, how you work. Where does inspiration come from for you? You know how many books I've read in my car? I do my best thinking when I'm in my car. I'll pull up somewhere like, I'll go to Walmart and sit in the motherfucking parking lot, way in the back. I'll take naps. I will read my book. I'll journal. I got a whole house to do all that in. Library's right up the street. I still own a big ass bookstore. But my favorite place to go to do that is in my car or in my kitchen table. I can't read in my bedroom. Perfect. You started making gourmet. Good. Perfect. I'm just throwing that out there, y'all. All right, here's the thing. The reason why I'm always telling you guys to read, it's because your brain, not read, but write things down if you can, is that your brain remembers things better if you write them down by hand. Okay, hold on, let me get her. If you write them out, hold on, by hand. Handwriting creates stronger memory imprint than typing because it activates more of your cognitive processes. That's why journaling and note taking by hand actually works. And not only that, you will actually remember it for a long period of time when you write that shit out. And that works, okay. And Rebecca said, and that works right along with the pies. That's not another project. That's an offshoot of the pot. Come on, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So do you see what we're saying, though, Renita? Like you still kept your word. You still kept your word. Now, if you were off NASCAR driving or some shit, I may have to question that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But what you're doing is, I agree with Rebecca. It's an offshoot of what you're already doing. Come on now. Look at that. I love the alley oop. Rebecca, I love the alley oop. Chris said more like an expensive storage unit with books. I know, bro. I know. All right, guys, can I get them 2 words? I know that we already got started, but just go ahead and throw them at me real fast. Miss Renita already set me up, so I just need a couple more. Give me my hell yeah real quick, please. Sugar on top. Pretty please, sugar on top. Sugar on top. Thank you so much, Mr. Davey. Thank you. All right, so number 1, keep showing up. Even if you can't show out, keep showing up. Thank you, Miss Yadira. So, story. So I'm gonna do a story and then we'll go into our thing. There was a janitor, and these are all real stories, y'all. There was a janitor named Chris Jenkins out of Dallas, Texas, who quietly brought Christmas gifts for all 70 kids at the school that he worked for, using his own money, and obviously he did not have to do that. But he showed up with love even when his job title didn't ask for it. Okay? It did not ask for it. He wasn't trying to outshine anybody. Oh, he wasn't trying to make the news. No. He was just trying to serve. That was it. And that service echoed across the world. And I highlighted this part. Shut up. I'm talking to Alexa. Like, dude, stay out of my business. So anyway, and that service echoes across the world, even when that story broke years later. So he wasn't doing it to be recognized. He wasn't doing it for glitz and glamour or anything else. He did it just because he wanted to do something nice for them kids. That was it. So if you're going to show up, again, show up to do the work. If you're looking for kudos and this, that, and the other, bro, you're going to have a problem. So the question is, am I refusing to move forward because I won't be seen? Or am I ready to show up even when no one's watching? Even if nobody's watching. I mean, I got literally almost 5,000. I just counted. That's like 4,939 friends on Facebook or whatever. But again, 0.5%, 0.2% show up every single night. Every single night. 0.2%. I didn't say 2%. 0.2% show up every single night. And because y'all show up, I'm going to show up no matter what. But even if y'all didn't show up, I still show up. Right? So your reason for showing up has to trump whatever happens outside of that. You see what I'm saying? Like it has to trump it. Right? So if that's, the question. So reality is purpose shows up long before a studio audience. long before the applause, your passion, your purpose will show up first. If you thinking that, man, as soon as I step on the scene, people gonna be yelling and screaming and people clapping, man, you got life fucked up. Ain't nobody clapping for you. You better learn to clap for yourself. You see what I mean? You gotta learn to clap for yourself. I get asked on a consistent basis, hey, why do you do this every single night? Simply because I said I would. There was nothing else to say in that. I said I would do it. I'm doing it. That's it. I don't need any more motivation. I'm not necessarily inspired, disciplined. Yeah. I'm motivated now to continue what I started. But again, motivation doesn't start that way. I have to get moving, right? All right. So what do? Choose one thing simply that honors your integrity, not your image. Your integrity, not your image. And serve without spotlight. I don't know what that thing is. Show up to do something. Show up to do something. I don't know what it's gonna be. Miss Renita, for you, it could be making something for somebody and just donating it. You know what I'm saying? It could be making something for somebody just to give it to them. And don't tell them that you're gonna do it, just give it to them. Right? Matter of fact, I still have that thing that you made for me right here at my house. The first time we met, you gave me this like this elephant type thing, whatever, this African elephant thing, if you remember it. I still have that. I still have it. And that was over 2 years. That's like what, 2 years ago? Somewhere around there. I still have that. So come on, man. And it means something to me because somebody that I didn't know just walked into my store and just gave me something. See what I mean? Come on now. So my question to you guys is, is there something that you can show up to go do? Just let me ask you that one question. Can you show up to do something for somebody else? I know that you already do, but now we're consciously doing it. We're consciously doing it. Can you guys commit to doing something nice for somebody within the next couple days? Can we commit? Say aye. Can we commit to doing something nice for somebody within the next 24, 48, and 72 hours? Can we do that? Chris said yes. Thank you, Christopher. Miss Anya said yes. Thank you, Miss Anya. She said, I felt your beautiful spirit. That's why I bought the gift. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I very much appreciate that, Miss Renita. Okay. All right. So number 2. So progress is usually invisible at first. Sorry, brain just went blank again. Author Octavia Butler, who wrote 15 novels that did not sell well until the 16th one made her the first Black woman to win the MacArthur Genius Grant in science fiction. Her progress wasn't glamorous. She worked now listen to this. She worked jobs as a dishwasher, telemarketer, and worked at a potato chip factory plant between manuscripts. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect. I love hearing that. Her success was silent, stubborn, and invisible until it roared. Right? Her success was silent, stubborn, and invisible, right? So if you guys are wondering who this lady is, let me hold on one second. She wrote this book. Oh, good. Okay. She actually wrote several books. I was trying to find here we go. She wrote The Parable of the Sower. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but there's two of these. There's Parable of the Sower, and then there's another one. I think it's like a part two of this book. There's a part two of this. Yeah, I can't seem to find the. Is it the Parable of Talents? So maybe that's the second one. I don't know. Anyway, but that's what she was. Whatever. Um, I have her books. I haven't read them though. I have not read them. But now I probably will though. All right. So progress is usually an invisible. Uh, excuse me. Progress is usually invisible first. All right. So hold on. Let me go back into our thing. There we go. All right. So take our thing off. Where you at, Chris? Sorry, there you are. Okay, let me bring. God damn. Oh, that's why. Okay. So question: what if my work isn't failing? It's fermenting, stewing, brewing, or is it maybe it's just cooking up a little bit, right? So what if my work isn't failing? It's just taking its time to cook, right? Because here's the thing: a lot of times, that's usually all that's actually happening. That success is on its way, but most of us usually stop before it even gets there. The potatoes are still cooking. The meat's still cooking. If you bite into it, it might be a little raw. And you thinking that, man, it's just not gonna work. No, you just need to let it cook a little bit longer. Man, it smells so good in this house, but it's not done yet. See what I mean? So reality is that breakthrough doesn't arrive with fireworks. It creeps in through repetition. And that's a word that we all know. We used to talk about that every time we started, right? Everything is through repetition. Anything that you want to learn, teach, or understand revolves around one word: repetition. Right? We all know this. This is nothing new. Nothing. Okay? So what do? Pick one thing that you've been doing quietly, acknowledge its growth, even if ain't nobody else know about it yet. Even if nobody's praised it yet. You need to praise it. Okay? You need to praise it. Can we do that? Can we pick one thing that we've been doing? And matter of fact, fuck, you can do it now. I mean, you ain't got to tell me what you've been doing. And Chris, I agree with you 100%. Chris said, don't let, he said, don't let it sit too long or to overcook. You're very much right. You are very much right about that, buddy. You're right. And here's the thing: I've cooked things to death and then had to re-cook it again. That happens, right? What is this? What's the old saying? Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes. I forgot. Well, what is that old saying? Do you know that saying, Rebecca? Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes practice makes practical. That's what it is. Practice does not make perfect, it makes practical. Practical means that it's doable. Here's the thing, and it's so funny, man. When people think about perfection, there's this book called shit, where's that book at? The Culture Code. And he talked about and a matter of fact, when we start talking about because I think that my next video things that I'm gonna do is just based on books. And because I love to read, right? Um so it's gonna be based on like books or whatever. So if you guys are into books, that's what we're gonna be talking about next. So I'm just gonna kind of whatever book I'm reading, we're just gonna kind of go into it and play around with it, and I'll ask you questions, and we'll kind of go from there. It will not be every goddamn night. Telling you that now, it will not be, not at all. But if I read 2 or 3 times a week, I'll write up a little synopsis, and we'll still shoot 2 or 3 times a week, but not every day. I'm good. All right. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of the objective. Is acknowledge something that you're doing, whether other people know about it or not. Okay. All right. Miss Angie said that is so true. All right. So here we go. This is a fun fact that people say to me constantly. Dude, stop being weird. I don't know why I wrote that. I just said fuck it, I'm just put it in there. Anyway, on to the next. I know y'all like, dude, what is he doing? What is Hey, and here's the fun thing. I know that I'm not the only one in here that people say that shit to. Stop being weird. Like, I know I'm not the only person that people say that to. So y'all can try to make me feel like shit. All you like, it will not work. I'm joking. You guys are awesome. Dude, I'm trying to... I'm actually trying to take this off of... This thing is still on, is in presenting mode. Oh, hold. Escape. There it is. God damn. I was sitting there trying to take it off, and I didn't know how to. I totally forgot about it. All right. So, anyway, all right. So, let's go to the next one. So, number 3, don't confuse rest with quitting. This one's for you. I'm dedicating this one to you, Miss Renita. So, here's the story. In 2017, a Japanese employee died, yes, died from karoshi. Karoshi. And it's a work, and it means death by overwork. She logged 159 hours of overtime in 1 month, which, not gonna lie to you, I think I've done the same. It shocked the world, but here's the kicker. Her employer praised her dedication before the backlash hit. That's what this culture does, just in general. It praises your breakdown as long as it benefits the machine within itself. All right? It praises your breakdown as long as as long as it doesn't stop the machine from going. Everything it's like everything's like I wouldn't say off limits. Nothing's off limits pertaining to you getting to work. So again, we're not saying that we're talking about don't confuse rest with quitting. You're not quitting. You did not just keep your word. No, you, like Rebecca pointed out, you very much are keeping your word. You're just taking a sidestep, get yourself together, get this stuff over here, because it's something that you already do, right? You're a creative individual off top. So everything that you do is a passion that you have in general. Because you imagine working whatever your hours are plus 159 hours on some shit that makes you miserable. Remember, we talked about this before about people having their first heart attack or stroke Monday or Tuesday of the fucking week. I'm just saying, come on, man. All right, number 3, the continuation of it. Question: who told me that exhaustion was the price of worth? Ain't that crazy? Man, you need to work harder. You need to work this. You need to, man, don't stop. When it comes to something like this, even I understood. Remember, I think I mentioned yesterday, like, dude, thank God I said 100 days. Because if I would have said 200, oh my gosh. I would have had to go, I would have had to take a break for a while and then come back to it. Like, dude, like, boy, oh my God. Right? So don't, I mean, man, that shit's crazy. Anyway, so reality, burnout is not a badge, it's a warning. When you feel like you are burnt the fuck out, bro, you need to stop. You need to stop. You're borderline in that emergency, that red. It's flickering. It's flickering. It's flickering, right? You need to back the fuck up. Back up. Go a different route if you need to. Go chill. Go do something else. I've met so many people, especially right now, man. Like, oh, I work for 3 months without a break. Or I work for 7 days without a break. I work for a month and a half without a break. I work for 4 months without a break. And they use this shit as a badge of honor. They use that shit as a badge of honor. I knew this one dude. I'm not gonna say his name, but he worked at Family Dollar. No, Dollar General. Dollar General. He worked there for 2 years without a break because they could barely keep anybody at the store. 2 years without a break. One day he just walked the fuck out. He just walked off. And then people were wondering why he left. What? 2 years, no days off? And then you wonder why he left? Come on now. You never heard what? You never heard what, Rebecca? Chris said, my job has given cans of pop to keep us awake during overtime. He said, I quit after 6 months. That's what I'm saying. But some people look at that shit like it's it's something like it's a badge of honor. That's just not a man. No, no, no. All right. So what? So what do we do? Audit your calendar and cross just one thing off if you need to. As practice makes perfect, practice makes practical. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, again, practical just means doable. Perfection, that's where I was going with the book. Perfection, anything that is perfected. Let me ask you, let me ask you this. What's after perfection? And this is just a random question. I don't think I have not talked about this, but I want to know where you guys are, where your mind is. What do you think is after perfection? I'm really asking. So just throw it, just tell me whatever you think it is. Tell me whatever you think. Oh, God damn it. Chris, do I owe you $10? Why is that every time we get on here, I remember when I get on here? Chris, I owe you $10, do I not? Chris said yes. I don't know why it is. Every time we are on here, I always remember I owe somebody money. Just like it's so funny. Whenever, like anytime I talk to Yachty, I gotta get to work. I don't know what it is about that chick that makes me want to go fuck. It's like even if I've already worked on some stuff, nope, I need to go work some more. Like I don't know what it is about her, and I've told her this before. Like, do you make me want to work harder? I don't know why. I just feel compelled to go get to work. Every time I'm on here, as soon as I shut it off, I don't think about nothing pertaining to this. But then as soon as I get back on here the next day, I'm like, don't I owe somebody money? All right, so Chris, send me Christopher. My cash app is $ acts fearless. $acts fearless. So request the $10 from me. I appreciate that, my guy. But no, I no. If I owe it, let me know it so I can pay it. I got no issues with that, dude. And again, I forget shit all the time. As you can see. Hell, I have to have your girlfriend remind me of shit all the time. She said probably boredom. I had to chill out with writing because I burned myself out. Okay, I was all over the place working on like like 3 or 4 books and several movie scripts. Okay, I hear you. I mean, you know what though, Miss Renita, for you, I'm just gonna throw it out there. You should probably start looking into um. And matter of fact, I'll even look that up for you too. I'll write it down for you. Um, ideas for very creative people or whatever, because your mind is always run, 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 run. And again, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but maybe I can look something up, maybe to kind of see if we can help you to kind of curtail that some way or whatever, so to kind of slow you down a little bit so you can focus on certain things if that's your thing. But I'll still look some stuff up, see what works, see what doesn't. It's all about trial and error. It's before. Okay, probably boredom. Boredom after perfection. That was my thought too. So, so the sociology professor I was talking about. That's what the book, the culture code is. So once something has reached perfection, once it reaches this plateau, what happens is that it starts to go back down. So if you notice, anytime something reaches perfection, it breaks, no longer works, or it dies. Most of us never think about that. So once something reaches perfection, hey, what's up, Jessica? Yep, I got you. But once something reaches perfection, it dies. That's it. No more. Or if it reaches up here, it goes straight back down. From, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying like that. That happens. Hold on. Let me get Chris paid right quick. All right, Mr. Dady, it should have went right. It should be going to you now, sir. Right? All right, hold on. What time is it? Okay. All right, so fun fact. So thank you. I appreciate that. So okay, so fun fact time. There's a word for books that you buy but never read. It's called Sudoku. Obviously, the T is silent. It's a Japanese term meaning letting books pile up unread while still buying more. I should literally get that tattooed on me. Literally. Here's it. But here's the thing, it's not laziness, it's ambition in physical form. You're not messy, you're building a library of future shelves. And that's literally what I've done. Literally what I've done. I would love to say figuratively, but I literally did that. I literally did that. Just throwing it out there. That's what that means. That's okay. Whatever for word of the week, sponsored by the word perspicuous. Yes, perspicuous. Definition of perspicuous is clearly expressed and easily understood. In layman's terms, if a kid can understand it, you're good. If a child cannot understand what you're talking about, it is not perspicuous. Okay? So, what is our daily duality of perspicuous? So, our synonym for perspicuous would be plain, simple, and direct. Our antonym or our opposite of perspicuous would be cryptic, something that's mysterious and hard to figure out, hard to understand. Okay? Kind of like the tax code. Extremely cryptic, mysterious, hard to understand. So, all right, there you go. Is that off? What's up, Chris? You get your dance on? All right, let's jump back in here. Okay, so number 4, the version of you. So what are we talking about? Because Miss Jessica just got here. So let me kind of shoot out what we're talking about. So today on our 97th episode, we're talking about how to keep showing up even when you want to stop. How to keep showing up even when you want to stop. Okay. So number 4, the version of you worth fighting for still exists. The version of you worth fighting for is still out there, right? So our story is in 2001, a man named John Edwards Jones got stuck in a Utah nutty putty cave, trapped inside, upside down for 28 hours. He talked to rescuers about his family, his goals, and his life. He was dying, but still reaching for his goals. Now, here's the thing. He passed on while he was in there. He never made it out. But his fight for identity in the dark still moves people still to this day. Ain't that crazy? Still moves people to this day. I mean, a person who's literally out of here still talking about his goals, his family, and his life. Right? Knowing, still reaching for life. But unfortunately, that was it for him. Can you imagine or think about what he thought about that morning before he went to work? Did he hug his kids? Did he kiss his wife? You know, think about the regret that man had in those few moments. Think about the promises that he was making to himself. That dude, man, if I get out of here, man, I'm fucking quitting this job tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even giving him 2 weeks. I'm out. He never got that opportunity. Okay. So the question that we have to ask ourselves is, am I fighting for my future self or folding to my current pain? Am I fighting for my future self or am I folding to my current pain? And if you think about it, majority of us are, like we talked about before, holding on to shit way in the back, right? Shit that happened to us years ago, we still hold on to that shit. Remember when we talked about the hero's journey, crossing that threshold means what? It means that something in you has to be left behind. For you to go out there and tackle what needs to be accomplished, you gotta let go of some shit. You have to be willing to fight for that person out there, because that person's depending on you. And which is so crazy to me, because I think that we all have this ideology. I think that we all know, like we all know the type of person that we want to become. We all, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, can I get an amen to that? Or just put your hand up. Can I get a high or amen? I think that we all have this version of ourselves that we've seen. Would you guys agree with that? Can I get an eye? Like we all have this version of ourselves, right? Good, bad, or indifferent, but we still have this version of ourselves that that's still worth fucking fighting for. No matter how old, thank you, Miss Jessica. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you, Jerry Bear. No matter how old we get, there's still this version of us that that's still worth fucking fighting for, man. You know, me doing this, I am the version that I saw of myself 10 years ago. I knew that once I started doing this, I would fucking love it. It was just taking those first couple steps. That's it. Taking those first couple steps. That's it. That's all. That was worth fighting for. That was worth showing up for, even when I wanted to stop at times. Even when I wanted to stop at times, still showing up. Show up to do the work. Regardless of whether anybody else show up, we have to still show up. And again, we have to be reminded of that too, including me. I'm telling you, there were some times, man, I'm shit. Whew. Whew. I wanted to stop. Hey, let me take a night. Let me take a couple days. I'll get back in, let's do Monday through Friday. Shit. We'll start back up Monday. But that's not what I said. I said every day for 100 days. That's what I said. So that's what I did. Or excuse me, that's what I'm doing. We still got 3 more days left. We ain't there yet. Okay? So the reality is that the future version of you still exists. If you still breathing, that motherfucker's still breathing too. But you have to fight like hell to bring them to the light. You got to fight like hell to bring them out. And sometimes you really don't have to fight like hell. Just put one foot in front of the other. That's it. That's all it is. If you say you're going to do something, then fucking do it. Do it. Ain't nothing else to talk about. Just do it. Right? So what to do? Write one characteristic your best self has. Just one. And take one action today to honor it. Or tomorrow, right? or tomorrow. But here's the thing: don't over fucking think it either. So write out one characteristic, one that you show up on time to shit, that you sweep the floor well, you're great at washing dishes, you're great at fuck. I don't know what it is. Pick something, do something, right? But do it to the best of your ability. Okay, the best thing that you can do. Just do that. Today, the one thing I did was I started washing my dishes. I like, I pride myself on my dishes. There's a saying that I've used for years. If I didn't clean it, it ain't clean. If I didn't clean it, it's not clean. I'm not saying that everybody has to live that way, but that's how I live. If you watch something for me, I will appreciate it. Thank you so much. Or I'll tell people, hey, nope, you cook, I'll clean. And I usually say that because I don't want you washing my dishes. I'm a stickler. I will always find something on my dishes that you didn't clean right. So I don't have that problem. You cook, I'll clean. Problem solved. Problem solved. Just throwing it out there. And Jessica will tell you that she's known me almost as long. Well, actually, Jerry's known me the longest, um, but she'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? I think she's been around me a lot longer than everybody else. And she'll tell you no. She tried to wash my dishes before. Please don't. Please don't. I got it. Just leave them there. I got it. There's been people making gourmet meals in my kitchen. I don't want you washing shit. I got it. I will wash it all. Are you serious? I'm so serious. I got it. Thank you, but I got it. See what I mean? Again, not trying to be an asshole. I just know I understand what I bring to the table. And when it comes to washing dishes, that's my shit. Put on some music, listen to a podcast, set my phone up, watch a video, watch some shit on ancient aliens, watch some shit on the Kardashev scale. I'm telling y'all, man, I don't fuck around. And I will wash and dry everything. Just saying, just throwing it out there. Okay. All right, number 5. I think we got a couple more and then we're good. All right, so you don't have to finish strong, just finish real. Or just fucking finish. It doesn't have to be strong. Listen, I've seen people crawl to a goddamn finish line while they were running. On their hands and knees with it. Right? So here's our story. A hospice nurse by the name of Bronnie Rare spent years documenting people's last words. The most common regret? I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the ones that others expected of me. None of them talked about being strong. They talked about being real. They talked about being themselves. They talked about they lived their whole fucking lives ashamed or regretting who they become. Because they were never, never who they actually were. It was always who they were expected to be. So there's another book. Forgot the guy's name. Hold on, 5. Um, damn, Five Regrets. No, I think I did actually. I didn't read her book. It was this other guy. Yeah, it was. I read some other dude's book. I forgot who. What I think it was. I thought it was five something before dying. No, that's hers. Yeah, I forgot what his was. It was something. It was something five though. But his book was absolutely amazing. Like, what was it? The Five Regrets. Let me put it in anyway. Yeah, there's another book. Um, yeah, I don't know where it is. And I'm sure it's fucking somewhere around here too. Anyway, the like I said, the book was amazing. Um, but that's literally what it talked about as well. Is that so many of us sit around thinking about what somebody else wants out of us that we never live our lives based on what we want. It's always based on the expectation and the example that somebody else is setting or setting, excuse me. So, all right. So the continuation of you don't have to finish strong question is: am I building a life that looks good, or one I'll be proud of to die inside? So, am I building a life that just looks good, or am I building something that if I were to be dead tomorrow, I can go out because of this, right? I mean, think about how many people that have passed on that were homosexuals and they lived their lives in the closet. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like that would be like, oh my God, like, dude. Like it's almost like if being heterosexual were a problem, or somebody saw that as a problem, and they saw men and women like y'all shouldn't be together or something like that. Hang on, man. I probably took myself out early as shit because no, I'm good on that one. Whatever. But dude, I mean, but I think that that's the same way that people that are gay or whatever else, whatever. I mean, I kind of think that that's kind of how they feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up, being attracted to somebody, and it's not like you could pick and choose. At least now that I'm aware of who and what you're attracted to. You know, I mean, fuck, I don't know. I mean, maybe some of y'all can. I don't know how to. You know, I mean, if you're attracted to somebody, you're attracted to them. If you're not, then you're not. I think that you could be around a person that might not be the best aesthetically appeasing looking person and fall in love with their personality, like very much so. Like very much, you know what I'm saying? And then because of their personality, because of their character, because of their moral, and this and the other, you might find them physically attractive because of that. I've seen that happen. That's even happened to me before. But as far as like a dude being a morally astute type of person, being just a great guy all around, and me having feelings for him, nah, I'm good. Like you can be all that stuff, but I'm not attracted to men. So you can be all that. And you should be all that. I'm good though. See what I mean? So, but again, that's my truth. Somebody else might be like, hey, I'm looking for a dude who's 5'11", or some dude who's like 4'3", which there's dudes who are into little dudes. I think I'm gonna stop talking and just move on. All right, anyway. So anyway, reality is that realness lasts longer than strength. Realness lasts a little bit longer than strength. Right? Truth outlives performance. So who and what you say that you are is what you are. Right? Hopefully. I mean, because otherwise you're just living a fucking lie at that point. And then if people don't like you, they don't like you. Number one, because you ain't being you. And number two, you not being you. So technically, they hate you twice. That would suck ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, I mean, I don't know. All right, so what to do? What do we do in a situation like this? So, number one, what I would do, I would write out your last 5 words, and what do you want? Sorry, what do you want your life to echo when your strength runs out? So, when everything is said and done, what do you want people to remember by? How do you want people to remember you? Like, you know what I mean? And again, I'm not trying to be morbid, but again, dude, fucking almost 8,000 people die every single day in America. And one day our names, our numbers will be called. Tomorrow's not promised to fucking any of us. See what I mean? None of us. You know? So shit, I'm looking at it like, bro, like why trip on certain shit? Now here's the thing. I'm also say this real fast too. There's some people that I don't give a shit about the morality, people dying and this and the other. If my day, my last day was tomorrow or next week or 20 years from now, there's some people I still ain't fucking with you. Period. You know what I'm saying? Just because I gotta finish strong don't mean I'm gonna finish strong with you. We're good. You move in your direction, I will move in mine. You guys feel me on that? Say hell yeah. Hell yeah, that there's some people that, bro, I'm good on you. I want nothing to do with you. Nothing. Matter of fact, if we never spoke again, if you were abducted, technically, I would rather be abducted by aliens than you. As long as my kid can come too. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could be abducted by aliens, that would be great. Just saying. Just as long as Kagan can come with me. Just saying. Although, you know, let's say that they brought us back 50 years later and we're still looking the same and this and the other, that would suck because technically I would be entering the United States illegally. Hopefully, we've kind of figured things out by then. I don't know. Hopefully, we would. All right. So, anyway, all righty. So, today is our 97th one. Here's our cheat sheet. I will send this out to everybody. Which one did you guys, which one resonated with you the most? Was it number one, keep showing up? Progress is usually invisible, sorry. Don't confuse. For Renita, I know number 3 better be your fucking number 1. I'm just saying. That better be your number 1, ma'am. The version of you it's still worth fighting for exists. You don't have to finish strong. You just got to finish real. Which means being the real you. Which one did you guys? Which one really resonated with you? Okay, give me a sec. Okay. Excuse me. All right, everybody. I'm dropping that in there. Oh, what? What? No, what? Miss Renita, number 3 wasn't yours? Miss Renita, what? Everybody said nobody liked 3? That's crazy talk. Except for Christopher. And obviously Miss Anya. What? Me and Chris are the only ones who really fucked with? I mean, number 1, obviously. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, I like them all. I do. But I mean, I actually live them all. Man, that's crazy. Miss Renita, I would have thought number 3 would be like it'd be like number 3, and then everything else is cool. Even you. I got you. Okay. Okay. So that I don't get confused. I don't get them confused. I got you. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, people. Well, shit, man. Well, thank you guys very much for playing and participating, man. We have goddamn, dude. Today is day 97. Tomorrow we have day 98, 99, and then 100. 900. All right. So, all right, ladies and gents, I will see you on the 98th episode, and we shall go from there. Have a great night. And like I always say, please sleep well and dream big, man. All right, Miss Anya. I think I'm gonna let you. Hold on, let me see Miss Anya. Where's Miss Anya's stuff at? Miss Anya, I think I'm gonna let you take me out tonight. Is that cool? That okay with you, Miss Anya? All right, everybody.